Hi, this is John Linneball of John Linneball Tutoring, and this is SAT and ACT English Writing and Grammar, : So, what you might want to know is, what is a colon, and why would we use them? Why do we need to know this? When should we use them? When shouldn't we use them? And if you like this video after you've watched it, please don't forget to give this a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and click on the little bell in the top right corner for notifications. And you could even leave a comment below if you like. So going back to the first slide here, what is a colon? A colon is a punctuation mark that introduces a phrase, explanation, example, or a list. It separates two clauses in a sentence when the second clause further explains the first. So again, what's a colon? Well, it's this little thing here, not the arrow. And no, I don't mean the body part. So we can use colons for the following: lists, clarifications, and titles. Notice this is a list, so I used a colon. Lists. You can use a colon to set off a list of things at the end of a sentence. Example, sentences using colons include the following: sentences ending with lists and sentences ending in clarifications. Another example, there are really only 3 things you need to be good at canoeing: a good canoe, a sturdy paddle, and lots of good training. So notice the colon is before the list of the 3 things you need. And in the first one, the colon is before the 2 things that are listed here, 2 kinds of sentences that have colons in them. Another example, I need you to pick up the following things at the store: colon, white socks, 2 t-shirts, and 2 pairs of gym shorts. Or here's an old joke from Mad Magazine. There are 2 slang terms you should avoid on job interviews: colon, the first is awesome, in quotes, and the second is cool. Then the teenager responds, so what are they? Because he doesn't realize the words are in quotes. So he thinks, oh, one word is awesome and the other are cool. I wonder what these awesome, cool words are that we shouldn't use. All right. Clarifications. Guests are like fish, colon, after 3 days they stink. So this part explains why guests are like fish, because after 3 days they stink. You want them out of your house. Our government knew the dictator had weapons of mass destruction, colon, the government kept a sales receipt. Little joke that, hey, the government knew this dictator had weapons because our government sold them to the dictator. Ha ha ha. You're late, colon, I told you to be here at 9, not 9:30. So the second part explains why I'm saying you're late. The bus left without us, colon. That's what happens when you oversleep. So again, explains the bus left without us because you overslept, and for some reason I decided to wait for you. Note that both clauses are independent in these. That is, they would be complete sentences on their own. Those could also be called strong clauses. So a semicolon would also work. But not always. See below. Will had one regret, colon, cheating on his wife, who made him pay dearly when she found out. The second clause is dependent. How do you know? You can just read it. Cheating on his wife, who made him pay dearly when she found out. You can tell just by listening that's not a complete sentence. Either way, the colon connects 2 clauses in a sentence where the second explains the first. We can also use colons in titles. So here we have a very famous Stanley Kubrick movie from the early 1960s called Dr. Strangelove, or, colon, How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. So here we go, Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. I probably would have put the colon before the or maybe put a comma, but anyway, not going to second guess Stanley Kubrick, the man was a genius. And the colons in titles can be a source of humor, where the explanations are something funny. For example, we have the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie film for theaters. So, joke there is somebody had it dictated to them and they thought you were supposed to write out the word colon instead of putting a colon there. Then movie film for theaters sounds like it was maybe translated into a foreign language and then translated back into English or something. All right. So other humorous titles that have colons in them. Here's one I kind of mishmashed from Monty Python. Contractual Obligation Album, colon, the final ripoff. Those are 2 separate albums that are, this one was a Contractual Obligation album was a separate album. The final ripoff was kind of a greatest hits album type thing. But that would be pretty funny, right? Airplane 2, the sequel. Well, here you go, Airplane 2, the sequel. And then there's some unintentionally funny sequel titles, because those seem to have colons in them the most. Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo. And since you probably, if you're actually taking the SAT soon, you do not remember the movie Break-In or Breakin' 2. That was in the 80s when the breakdancing craze first got popular. So they had Break-In and then Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo. And a lot of people make jokes about that. You know, well, if they have a second in a series, oh, it's whatever 2, Electric Boogaloo. Alright. Did you find this video useful? Please like it and subscribe to this channel. Neither action costs you anything. You'll be alerted about my new videos. Why do I care? It's simple. YouTube doesn't let me share any ad revenue unless I have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time or view time in a year. And 4,000 hours is 240,000 minutes. While many people are watching these videos, I don't have 4,000 hours of watch time. And I don't have anywhere near 1,000 subscribers as I'm recording this video. So, for the same reasons, you are not only welcome, but encouraged to share links to this video, put it in playlists, etc. I'm always happy to read and respond to constructive criticism or suggestions for new videos.
I'd appreciate your input.
But I do reserve the right to delete comments from and block those who specialize in destructive criticism. You know, trolls. Or other things that are off topic. You know, spammers, people who are just disturbed. But, on a more positive note, thank you for watching. Hope you have a good day.